Hi there, Joga here with my cards with this Spellbinders February 2024 small die kit. As I already said, I apologize for being a bit late. I hope I can still show you some ideas with the kit. As you can see, you have some valleys in the kit or boots and some flowers. And because a few months ago I had a very similar setup already on my channel, I made some similar cards. I ditched the boots, so I'm only going to focus on the flowers. And I quickly show you, they are very easy to put together. There's not a lot of layers going on here. I did doubled up on the middle layers, not middle layers, well, like the bottom layer of the center, so to say, the light yellow on this one, and I think the other one was also the light yellow, because I wanted it to be a bit more dimensional. And the other one I actually added some foam tape to. So these are the finished flowers, and basically these are gonna be the main elements I'm using. And then there is also these tiny flowers in the kit, which are so adorable. And you can actually build up a lot of them if you die cut them every time you die cut anything else, you know. Now, this was the first time set that just kind of fell out of my cupboard, and naturally it's not available anymore. I should have looked, but I didn't. Anyway, you can choose any kind of sentiments, obviously. And you know, because I don't like to think about sentiments, I say that all the time. I knew that for this design that I was gonna go with on these mini slimline cards, I did not want to add any sentiments. So that's why I'm stamping them in on the inside. So I kind of like everyday sort of sentiments, so I can give them to anybody anytime. And the idea here was actually that I do a lot of white. I wanted to keep that background white, but then in the end I will change my mind a little bit. So I'm now trying to figure out the placement. I won't lie, this takes a few minutes because somehow, I don't know, I just can't commit to anything. I have an idea in my head, and then once my die cuts are actually put together at this stage, you know, they are already glued together, so I just have to move them around. They already kind of look different than, you know, the first time when I die cut everything and the layers are not yet glued together, and I just randomly put them on the background. They kind of look different from this stage. And so sometimes the placement just doesn't work out the same way, to be honest. But at some point I have to commit to it. So I knew what I wanted, but I did not know how close I have to place my flowers to achieve that look, and if I will have enough space, or, you know, if I will have exactly the right spacing. I did not know that, but I had to just start somewhere to glue things down. So I added some foam tape to some of these flowers, and then I started to just add some stems. And as you can see, I have 3 different greens for my leaves and stems, and I'm just trying to switch in between those colors to make them more fun. But you see, I am struggling with that right side because I placed the flowers so close on the left that now I have too much space in between them on the right. But there is no way I can squeeze in one more flower the way I really wanted it. So I'm just going to have to fill up those empty spaces with leaves, I guess, or the stems. You will see I'm just trying to push them through, like next to the flowers and next to the stems, the leaves, I mean, here. And those actually are wider, right? So they fill up more of the white space there. I think in the end it didn't turn out too bad or too random. So I'm just, when I cannot push something through because of the foam tape or the flowers already glued down, I'm just snipping the leaf apart and glue the top part from the top and the bottom from the bottom. You know what I mean? I guess it's straightforward, but I will tell you anyway, just in case. Like here as well, you see the stem I'm sticking through, but you don't actually see where they meet. It might actually not be under that flower at all, but you cannot see that from the other flowers in front. So I'm trying to organize them in a way that they are, I might have already mentioned this, I'm not sure, that the flowers are not the same height, that there's a more organic flow, so to say. And I'm doing the same with the leaves as well. And actually I found some leaves that first I wasn't sure what they are for, but then I checked, and they are actually tulip leaves for well, this one that I'm just holding now looks like kind of like a mustache. But I used it to add some smaller leaves, and you cannot see that because the flower actually kind of covers the middle part. So it's not used the way it was intended, I don't think, but I liked the way that looked. And because I already die cut these little flowers, I didn't actually have plans for these ones. I added them. Some of them, this might be a little bit random because they don't have stems, so I almost kind of use them like butterflies, just floating in the air. But I don't mind. I mean, it's a card, doesn't have to be realistic, right? So I'm just adding them wherever I wanted to fill a gap. And now I'm gonna kind of do the same with the tulips. The only thing here, like again, I roughly place them just to know how many I need, but again, I had no idea how to really glue them down. So some of them I'm adding foam tape to, and yeah, like I figured, so I created 3 at a time from the same color. So I had 3 different yellow tones, and so I created, because there's 3 layers to these tulips, so I created 3 yellow flowers, 3 pink, 3 corals, 3 whatever pinks, what is it called? I will not remember, kind of like mauve and into those berry tones. And it seemed to me that I can place first 2 of the same color at the bottom and then 1 at the top, and then the other way around with the next color, if that makes sense. Because basically what I wanted to do is what I forgot to say. I wanted to create like a tulip field, just like what you see in Holland, that you have all the same colors in one row. And I'm actually now explaining this with my hand that you can totally see. Not. Anyway, if any of you have been there or seen it in pictures, you know what I mean. So that was kind of my idea. But again, I would like to not make it super, oh my God, what is the word? When everything is the same, what do you call that? I'm sorry, my brain is useless. Maybe it will come to me. So anyway, I did not want everything to look the same, so I'm trying to place them are not in the same way, you know. One is tilted to the left, the other to the right, kind of like there's a bit of a variety in between. And also now you see I'm tucking one behind the leaf, just so they look a bit more natural, not so, you know, paper card like. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you know what I mean, I hope. So I'm adding some more of the smaller leaves here at the side, and also trying to fill up more of the white space. And once I'm happy with it, I'm going to, yeah, glue everything in place, because here there's still some that I did not on the right. And then I'm just going to trim off those edges. And remember, I have my sentiments on the inside. You could forget, because I never do that literally, but I think from now on I might, because I actually like that I don't have a sentiment there. Okay, so that is done. And then at the end, I started to think, okay, this could be ready, but I had, I think, 6 of these tiny flowers left, so I did not want to waste them, obviously. So I'm just going to add them the same way as I did on the other card, just to, you know, place them randomly around my tulips. And I could have been done finally here, but if you watched, I don't know if it was recently, but I don't remember which. Oh yeah, I think it was the wildflowers video recently, where I added some gold splatters. I know not everybody likes that. They like it clean, like here. But I do love my gold spray, and I finally, it's not that I found it, it was always next to me. I just forgot about using it at all. I used to add it to everything, scrapbook pages mostly. But I thought, you know, I have a lot of white. You know what? I actually wanted to create white cards, like here, a lot of white. But no. I had to add some gold spray to that. But it is a really, really beautiful gold. So anyway, keep it clean if you like, or not if you don't. There's, yeah, 2 options here. And I think from the 2 club kits this month, or I should say from the cards that I made with the 2 club kits, these are definitely my favorites. I don't know, I just like flowers, and I a lot of flowers. So anyway, I hope I could give you some ideas, and you know, to use the kits a bit differently, even if you have more pieces in the die sets. Thank you very much for watching, and I also have the large die kit on my channel now. Thanks for watching again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.